We know it must be sort of hard to take when you're dealing with some of the stuff you're dealing with. We're just saying that once you get hold of this, and once you figure out that you can control the way you feel, because you have the ability to find a better feeling thought and a better feeling thought and a better feeling thought. But most important, if we can convince you that if you do the vortex work first, which means find the emotion, align with who you are, that the vortex will fix everything. The vortex will give you the manifestation. It will bring the evidence, because the vortex is gathering the cooperative components. And we just want to say to you, we love you very much. We just want to say to you, we love you very much. We just want to say to you, we love you very much. You are the only uncooperative component that needs to come to the party. And when you become a cooperative component, which means you find some way to adjust your vibration so that you're not so freakishly resistant. When you care about how you feel and you adjust your vibration, the vortex will take you in. It's the way that it works. You don't have to figure it all out. You're not here to prove worthiness to anyone about anything. You just have to chill out. You just have to let go of those things that have been bothering you. You just have to find a way to stop offering a vibration that holds you apart from this vortex. And when you let go, when you surrender, when you give up, when you stop the battle, when you stop the struggle, when you stop looking at the evidence that supports why you're standing in the place you don't want to stand, when you stop doing that and stop keeping it active, the vortex will take you in, and anything and everything that you've been looking for will manifest in your experience, and others will watch you in this beautiful manifestation that follows you on every subject in the world, and they'll say, what in the world have you got going on? How is it that you get everything you want with such ease? What happened to your struggle and your trying? And you say, I gave it up. They'll say, well, when did this laziness come over you? When did you stop trying to be a citizen of the human race and justify your existence? And you say, when I decided to feel good, and when I decided that it mattered most, everything shifted for me. And then they'll just call you selfish and walk away. And we say, yes, indeed, you must be selfish enough to care about how you feel. So you got that, didn't you? Makes perfect sense to you, doesn't it? If you're feeling great, if you're emotionally happy, if you're tuned in, if you're turned on to life, if you're flying high, if you're full of exhilaration, if you feel passion and love and appreciation often, if you are in that tuned in, tapped in, turned on attitude much of your life experience, then that means you're keeping up the speed, you're keeping up the speed, you're keeping up the speed. It means you're thriving on all fronts. But if you're grumpy, if you're cranky, if you're guarded, if you're fearful, if you are not feeling good, then that means that you're expanding vibrationally, but you're not doing a very good job of keeping up with your own expansion, which means you're creating a tension within you that doesn't feel good. So when we say to you, your emotion is your primary manifestation that you're reaching for, most people say, give me the new house, give me the new car, give me the improved body, give me the financial abundance that I'm looking for. Give me the means to travel the world and do what I want. Give me the means to quit that job I've got and leave behind that ornery employer that I've got. Give me the means to walk away from anything and everything that I don't want, and then I'll be happy. And we say, it doesn't work that way. That's backwards. You've got to find the happy place first. And humans say, you find the happy place. You be happy under these conditions. You live with what I've got going on and you be happy. And we say, we are living with what you've got going on, and we are happy. And the only reason that you ever feel unhappy is because you're not up to speed with that which we are. That is the basis of unhappiness. You think your unhappiness is because you don't have what you want. You think it's because you don't have the car, you don't have the lover, you don't have the bodily condition, you don't have the money. You think that's why you're not happy. And we say, that's just the excuse you're using to not be up to speed with who we are, and not being up to speed with who we are is why you're not happy. You see? You see? So constant rockets of desire, constant vibrational emanation from you, going into what we are calling this vibrational reality, a vortex of creation. It's where your inner being stands. It's where your inner being stands as a constant improvement of that which you are. So this vortex of creation is where everything that you've been asking for, better stated, everything that you have become dwells. A vibrational creation, a vibrational beingness to which you are feeling constant feedback. When you're up to speed with it, you feel great. When you're not up to speed with it, you feel not so great to the degree that you're not up to speed with it. When you get it, do you get it? That you have this vibrational relationship that equals your mood. And if you will make this vibrational relationship your primary concern, if you will make it what you care about, if you will stop saying world or universe or God or Abraham or mother or lover or employer or employee or friend, if you will stop saying, give me something that makes me feel good so that I can feel good because I want to feel good, and after all you sort of owe it to me to give me something to make me feel good because I want to feel good. If you'll stop saying that, meaning that, feeling that, and instead you'll say, it is my responsibility to conjure a framework of thoughts that causes me to feel a little better now and a little better now and a little better now. If you will show yourself your ability to manifest the emotion without demanding a condition to change first, now you've got it. Because once you achieve the vibrational stability of feeling good anyway, the condition has to change. Well, when you're in the vortex, you don't have to improve your imagination because the vortex will reveal more to you. In fact, that's what true power and mastery is making your way to the vortex and then in that vibrational attitude of then experiencing the revelation of the broader perspective. You see, you've been sifting through the contrast and you've built not something that is imaginary, but something that is real, that will begin to show itself to you. We're about to have a really wonderful conversation here, so prepare yourselves. We're going to new places with this. There are so many things we want to give to you all at once, so we're just going to slow down here and build a little bit of a basis for it. First, we want to say to you that we really enjoyed your words about the images that you've been focused upon, and we could feel, even though you didn't use the word, momentum in that. In other words, you get so good at having experiences and recalling the experiences that there is a lot of vivid imagery in memory. And the reason that there is so much vivid imagery in memory is because as you lived it, first of all, there was the thought that preceded it, and then there was the expectation of it, whether you knew it or not, and then there was the manifestation of it, and then there was the observation of it, and so all of that was the creating of a basis of imagery. So what you've lived, or what you remember, that's really vivid imagery, even though it's not happening right now. Would you agree? Imagery meaning imagination. You're using imagery. You're not seeing it. You're not observing it. It's imagery because it has a vibrational basis that is practiced. This is a good conversation, isn't it? So now let's add to this conversation the word specific, because you lived it and you've talked about it and you've remembered it. There's a lot of specifics that are going on there. So that makes the momentum of that vibration even stronger. So then you're saying, I would like some positive imagery or some different imagery or some motion forward imagery, something different than perhaps what I'm living or what I've lived. And we say, and isn't it logical that you can't make that jump? Because the specifics of this is so strong that when you attempt to pick up the stick and go to this end of it, instead you go to the end of it that is the most active. And then it feels to you like you're struggling to find the imagery. Then you said something really interesting about, if I go to the vortex, how will I improve my imagery? And we want to say to you that the work is just to go to the vortex. The work isn't to find the specifics so that you can get to the vortex. The work is to diminish the specifics that are keeping you out of the vortex. The vortex will take you in, and then the specifics will ensue. Now it comes back to what we were talking about earlier. You take those specifics and you make them more general. So for example, rather than saying, for the last 10 years, I've sort of been stuck in these jobs that are really not rewarding, and they don't really understand who I am, and nobody's really offering me enough to really get the best from me. And then because I'm not happy, I'm not giving my best, and then I'm sort of all balled up in all of that. And when I wake up in the morning, I really don't want it. Now we're deliberately staying specifically negative to make a point. So that gets you nowhere, and you can't get specifically positive from there. So then you just get generally negative. I'm not having a good time at work. That's more general. Don't really want to go. Sure wish I could find something that felt better. I'd like to feel good at work. Now, the word boredom was good because it's sort of general. You weren't talking about specifically what you're bored with, but the word boredom is an emotional word. Usually when you use an emotional word, you've gone more general. I'm sort of bored at work. I don't feel very fulfilled. It's more general. It's less specific. Can you feel it?
Yeah.
Now, let's stay there negatively and general for a little while. It's just not very fun. It's got to be something better for me. I don't really know where to find it. Still negative, less specific, so it has less drawing power. It'd be nice if I could find something that was better suited to me. I know that it must be out there.
It has to be.
Now you might vacillate back and forth. It must be out there, don't know how to find it. But it must be out there, don't know how to find it. But still, it's general. Everybody is not in their perfect job. There are a lot of people that are doing less than what they really want to do. I think we all have potential for more. There's always more there for me. It's not necessary that I find it right now immediately, but it would be nice. I'm looking forward to it. I like spending such a big part of my life doing something that feels more satisfying. I do believe that it has to be there and that eventually I'll find it. And I certainly do not feel that like I'm out of time. I have the patience to allow it to come. And I do think that in all of my not enjoying what I've been doing, that I probably have put plenty of good stuff into my vortex. So I imagine that there's stuff queued up there for me, probably more than I even realize. And it will be fun. I like the idea of getting into the vortex. Now we're being really general, but really specific, and almost changing the subject, but not. I like the idea of getting into my vortex. I like the idea of getting in there where the path will unfold. I like believing that it's out there for me. I like believing that the universe has it lined up. I like believing that the cooperative components have already been aligned. And I like believing that all I have to do is sync up with that. And I like this feeling of feeling lighter about it. I'm looking forward to getting on that trail. And I like the feeling that as the trail starts revealing itself to me, that I'll know it. And it's going to be fun. This journey toward this improved employment is going to be really fun. And I'm not sure I'll ever find the perfect work. I think I'll just always be on my way to the improvement, on my way to the improvement. And there's something nice about always being on my way to the improvement that sort of diffuses the not perfection of where I stand. But I don't ever really want to be in a place of perfection because it's always going to be improving. So where I am is pretty much all right. This is just a never-ending, always unfolding journey of getting more and more of who I am and what I want. And I have to believe that in the middle of this job that is unrewarding, I put all kinds of stuff in my vortex that is more rewarding, which makes all of this part of the important process. And so actually I'm coming to realize that right here and right now, I love where I am. I really love where I am because it's the basis of what's coming. And who can start a journey without having a starting place? And isn't a starting place all right no matter where it is? And so I'm not even sure why I was not liking where I am. I'm not sure what's wrong with where I am. I think it's pretty much okay with where I am. Now, not a whole lot of imagination in that. because there wasn't a whole lot of working.